First fight, I fought with him with one arm. He tried 49 takedowns.
Peter, you are better than this, bro. Stop making excuse, please. No excuse.
In
And I
Saturday,
will beat you on December 6th. What excuse you gonna make? Tell me now. You gonna make excuse when I will beat you again? Tell me now, please.
more.
Are you gonna make any excuse?
More.
Are you gonna make excuse on December 6th or no? Tell me now, please. Do you have any injuries now?
More, ask more.
Do you have any injuries now?
Saturday, we will see. Okay?
Question for you. Do you have any injuries now? Do you have injuries or no? Yes or no? I guess no. Okay.
Don't understand.
I understand. You are welcome in my jacuzzi. You wanna come jacuzzi after?
In your jacuzzi, have with him you did.
Say one more time.
Скажи, что в его джакузи у него хватает уже девочек.
You have plenty of people in your jacuzzi. I don't need to be there.
Come on, Peter. Just doesn't matter what. After the
Я
fight,
думаю, что в джакузи лучше с девочками было бы зайти.
I feel like you should have girls in your jacuzzi instead of who you have.
Если ты любишь с мальчиками в джакузи, это...
But if you like to be with jacuzzi with the boys, it's up to you.
What's the problem with girls or boys together? It doesn't matter, bro. We can mix. Okay. Look, just boys.
Но я видел, что у тебя только мальчики в
All
джакузи.
I saw is all you got is boys in yours.
Say again?
All you got is boys in yours is what I saw.
Я, если честно, вообще его с девушкой никогда не видел.
Honestly, I haven't even seen you with a girl before at all.
Hey guys, I got a great video to share with you guys today. I'm going to be chatting about UFC 323. It's heating up as Petr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili, they're going to be running it back, guys. And look, Yan is not buying into the hype surrounding Merab's insane 2025 run. And in today's breakdown, I'm going to give you my raw thoughts, what this rematch really means for both fighters, and what could happen if things go sideways. So, if you're into the MMA, guys, and if you're into the UFC, if you're into boxing, if you're into all this fight analysis, big fight energy, real fight talk, then you're definitely at the right place. Welcome, Duality 7Xers. Welcome to Duality 7X. I'm your host, Shiraz. And guys, this weekend is going to be pretty fun. I mean, you got UFC 323. But before I get into UFC 323, there's also a huge boxing event that, unfortunately, I never even got the opportunity to actually talk to you guys about. But we got Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He's going to be taking on Lamont Roach. Now, that's all going to happen in San Antonio at the Frostback Center. And, guys, Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about this. This is going to be a great fight, guys. It's for the interim WBC lightweight title. And Cruz is 23. Guy, he has 23 wins, right? 18 by way of knockout. He's a Mexican juggernaut. Okay, this guy is like a tank. And he's going to be trying to solidify his place at 140-pound mark. Meanwhile, Roach has 25 wins, 10 by way of knockout. And he remains the WBA super featherweight champion. And he actually moved up in weight after a controversial draw against Gervonta Tank Davis earlier this year. So this is going to be really good, guys. It's going to happen again at San Antonio at the Frostbank Center. And the prelims are going to start at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The main event should be happening. The main card will start around 8 p.m. with the main event starting around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get into UFC 323, guys. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Again, there's a lot of hype against the Merab Dvalishvili and Petr Yan. Both of these guys look absolutely incredible. Okay, this card actually is starting to look a little bit spicy to me, and I'm excited. right? Because, I mean, I don't know if these guys are just selling the fight or what, but Petr Yan just threw some very subtle heat at Merab. And I think most fans probably missed it. Not Merab, though. And I got to be honest, this is like, they're running it back, guys, so this is going to be a crazy rematch. But this might be probably the most slept on storyline of the year. I'm not really, most people that I'm talking to are not even talking about fight week, right? I mean, this is UFC 323, guys. I think all the buzz for this fight, for UFC 323, I think has been sucked out of the room because just recently Dana White announced some very big matches in UFC 324, right? I just did a video on Sean O'Malley. He's going to be taking on Song Yadong, right? And then, I mean, and then we've got UFC 325, Volkanovski versus Lopez. Right, so there's all these like things going on, but the focus and attention right now needs to be on what's happening this weekend. And guys, this could be the storyline of the year, and nobody's talking about it. At least they are. They may be talking about it, but I'm not hearing as much buzz about it. So, anyways, guys, I wanna get into this. I mean, it's fight week energy. This is the best. I love it because, you know, almost every week UFC had an event going on, and then you had boxing, and then all of a sudden it kind of slowed down, and then now it's starting to pick up again, right? And don't forget, guys, December 19th, the big, you know, we got a big fight between Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. That's going to be amazing. And then you have Andrew Tate and Chase Demore for the Misfits world title. This is Misfits 23. That's going to be interesting, guys. And they were both in Dubai. There's like an intense stare down between these two guys. And who can shout about masculinity the loudest? This is going to be interesting. All right, so let's talk UFC 323. Let's talk about Petr Yan. Let's talk about Merab, Dvalishvili. And grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, guys, because I got something to say about this, all right? Now, we're only days away from this fight. And Merab is basically trying to... I don't know what exactly he's trying to do in terms of his legacy. Every time I see any videos or any information about Merab, he's always partying it up. He's having a good time. He's just like the Energizer bunny that is jacked. It's like not even running on batteries anymore. It's just like, you know, something got cranked or something in the bunny and it just keeps on going. And that is Merab. He's got some serious stamina, serious energy. And look, I mean, four title defenses in 1 year. 4 title defenses, guys. Merab is no joke. All right? This is serious. Like, you know, I don't think this guy really gives an F. I think this is the kind of guy who you don't, like, if a fight gets announced with his name in it, he's not going to start complaining and crying and bitching about, oh, I don't have enough time to train or prep or this or that. I don't have. No. You tell him, hey, I need you to fight. He'll be like, when and where. Not even who, just when and where. He doesn't give a flying you know what. Okay, I mean, I don't know if that's just great marketing or if that's just his character and he's trying to sell himself and make sure that he stays relevant in a very convoluted, saturated organization that has nothing but good fighters all around. I don't know, but Merab doesn't really need to do that because he's the real deal. I mean, four title defenses in a year, guys? Like, come on, seriously. But for whatever reason, Petr Yan is not impressed. He basically said, look, it's easy to fight this much when all of your fights are basically in your backyard. Right? So What does he mean by that exactly, right? I mean, does he, like, I mean, he feels like Merab's schedule was, you know, quite padded because he didn't have to travel as much as some of the other fighters across the world, like, say, Petr Yan had to do back in 2018 when he fought 5 times, right? Under different circumstances, different grind, different everything. But yes, 5 fights in 1 year, and he flew all around the world for that. Whereas Merab, he wasn't really travel tested as much. So he does have a valid point there. Not having, I'm not going to say opportunity or ability, but not having to travel extensively, being able to keep all your fights situated in one area really does take a lot of pressure off a fighter. It really does help for their conditioning and training and everything that they have to do to prep themselves to be able to get in and deliver a solid performance. So that's a good point. That's definitely a good point, right? So when he talks about that, you can hear the chip. You can, like, when Yan was talking about this, he's got this cockiness about him. You know, I mean, this is a guy who once ruled the division, okay? And he's tired. He's tired of being second. He's tired of being treated like an afterthought. And this is where his anger comes from, because he's pissed. He's upset. So what was exactly said, right? I mean, when Yan and Merab had their media day, Yan kept it very real. He said fighting in places like LA, Las Vegas is basically like fighting at home, right? Especially for Merab. I mean, that his point. I mean, if he had some comfort in logistics, he could have fought 10 times, honestly, guys. If all his fights were just between those 2 areas, well, that's easy peasy. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then Yan dropped the line that really matters, and he said that he's always better in rematches. So he mentioned how he leveled up in his rematches with Magomedov, right, and Sterling, and now Yan is coming for Merab. And with that same second times the charm energy, he just might deliver, guys, because a lot of people are not, usually when Merab's in the mix, people are talking about Merab, they're talking about his crazy next level stamina, next level energy. Nobody's really talking about Yan as much. Yan could be that silent, you know, like he could just come out of nowhere, out of left field, and boom, just like that, he'll drop you. And that's a confidence that people like about Yan. His fans haven't really seen that in quite some time. So for Yan on media day to be able to come and say these things, to be able to, you know, reiterate all these fine details about himself and where he's at in respects to his training and how confident he is going into this fight, I think those are the things that not only his fans, but I think the media really wanted to hear, because it's been a long time coming since we heard anything like that coming out of Petr Yan's mouth. And honestly, this is the kind of version that I actually like of him as well, too. Because this is the fight business, guys. You can't, like, yeah, you could be a nice guy, but I'm sorry, when it comes to fighting, you got to be at a different level. Okay? I'm not saying you got to be an a-hole, you got to be a jerk, but you know, you got to be able to walk big, you got to be able to talk tough, and you got to be able to deliver. And it seems like Yan, I don't know if it's his frustration or if he's just tired of the scene and just tired of the fact that, you know, he knew he was once the powerhouse in that division and nobody's really talking about him as much anymore. And I think he's, you know, that's getting to him. And I think he wants to prove to the world and prove to all of us that he's still relevant and his name should be mentioned a lot more. And I agree. Both of these guys, even Merab, sometimes I feel like both of these guys are just kind of like, I don't know if it's the algorithm or what, but they do get kind of shadowed out by some of the other notable fights that are happening around the world of MMA, especially, and also boxing. And sometimes that kind of sucks, you know. We're getting into fight night here, guys, or fight weekend. And again, not a lot of buzz about UFC 323, but everybody's talking about UFC 324 and everyone's talking about UFC 325. You know, like, hey, what about Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes? That's going to be incredible. Can't wait to watch it. What about Peter Yan and Merab Dvalishvili? They're going to be fighting UFC 323. What about that? So anyways, guys, like, look, Merab has been all positive all week. Good on him. And, I mean, that's just the way he is all the time. And he's basically saying that, look, guys, it's not even personal anymore. Yan and I fought. I beat him, and now it's just competition, right? So he's not... I mean, look, I think he's moved past the fact of this animosity between himself and Peter Yan, and I don't even think he really cares about that. He's looking at this as another fight, and he's just going to go in there and do what he knows best, and that's fight. And he even actually pointed out the fact that he respects Peter Yan as a fighter and as a father. And the only issue apparently Merab had with Peter Yan back in the day was that Yan, he didn't like Yan's bullying and trash talking his team. But now they actually shook hands, guys. No beef, no forced drama, no WWE storylines coming out of left field here, guys. I honestly respect that. I like the classiness between the fighters. And, you know, some fighters don't need the fake trash talk to make the fight hype. They don't need to, but sometimes they do. And it's just so unclassy. It's ugly, actually. I don't like it, right? Here's where I stand, all right? Merab is still a machine. He's the Energizer Bunny. Literally, his pace is insane. It hasn't stopped. His cardio, it's ridiculous. His stamina, next level. I'm telling you, he's the Energizer Bunny who, for whatever reason, something got screwed with the circuitry and it just won't stop. And that's Merab. He's on a historic run right now, guys. Yan is dangerous. He's always going to be dangerous. He was the top of the division before. But when his back is against the wall, he's sharp, he's calculated, he's strategic, and he's meticulous when he fights. And rematches bring out the best in him, just like he alluded to on Media Day. This fight, it's not going to be like the same fight as the first one between these guys. Yes, they're running it back, but it's not going to be more of the same. It's going to be different, okay? Yan looks dialed in, laser beam focused. Merab looks confident. And the bantamweight division is about to get a massive shakeup no matter what happens. So they're just waiting on pins and needles to see what happens between these two guys. And so, like, if Yan actually does end up pulling this off, the UFC is going to love this comeback storyline, and they're going to market the shit out of it. Yan winning could put the entire division on reset. New challenges, new matchups, new chaos. But what if Merab dominates again? He's going to go... I mean, if he goes 4-0 this year, guys, like, seriously, we're talking about one of the greatest championship runs ever, right? He starts entering Demetrius Johnson territory. And I'm talking about Demetrius's consistency, his dominance as a fighter. I mean, either way, history is going to be made on Saturday. We know that, guys, right? So, I mean, those are my thoughts. It's gonna be a good card. I mean, I'm just looking at this here. I mean, so we're talking about Dvalishvili and Yan. This is the main event for the bantamweight title. And again, like, it's absolutely incredible to think that, you know, Dvalishvili is going to be defending his title for the fourth time this year, guys. And I mean, it's been a couple years since these guys have fought, right? So I really hope they bring the same kind of, I hope they bring the energy. And you know, I'm expecting a few different things out of this, but I want this to be a battle. I want this to be a war. And I think we're going to see that in this fight, guys. I can't wait for the main event. So here are the main card highlights, right? So Jan Blachowicz. I've been talking a lot about him lately, actually. He's going to be taking on Bogdan Guskov for in a light heavyweight bout. That's going to be a really good fight. There's going to be another great bantamweight fight between Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. This is so Cejudo is a former double champion, and he actually has hinted about this potentially being his last fight. So we're probably talking about a retirement fight here for Cejudo. And then we've got a flyweight bout between Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. Taira is an up-and-coming fighter, guys, and Moreno is a former champion. So this is going to be a great, great fight to watch. Again, this is on the main card. And then we've got Alexander Pantoja versus Joshua Van. This is for the co-main event, and this is for the flyweight title. All right, so Pantoja is going to go for his 5th title defense. And Joshua Van is entering this fight on a 5-fight win streak, guys, including a victory over Brandon Royale. And then, of course, the main event that we've been talking about, Merab Dvalishvili is going to be taking on none other than Petr Yan, and in the main event for the bantamweight title. And guys, this is absolutely incredible. Dvalishvili defending his belt for the 4th time this year, going on a historic run. Absolutely loving this. Yan is going to try to seek redemption from their fight that they had back in 2023. Talk about running it, guys, running it back. So anyways, guys, the early prelims are going to start around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the main card starts around 10 p.m. And that's going to be exclusive on ESPN pay-per-view, guys. So you got to be there. Don't be square. Can't wait. So... And then, of course, flipping back and forth between the channels to watch Isaac Pitbull Cruz taking on Lamont Roach in San Antonio at the Frostbank Center. It's going to be absolutely incredible, guys. I love Fight Week. I can't wait. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about all the exciting matches that we're about to be witness to. So, guys, those are my takes. I want to know who you guys, who are you calling as the victor between the Dvalishvili and Petr Yan fight? Who do you think is going to win? Are you pumped about this one? Is Petr Yan really the king of rematches? Because if he is, this is going to be a huge test for him. If you enjoyed this breakdown, guys, please smash the like and subscribe. Join us here on Duality 7X for more fight talk, MMA, UFC, the world of MMA, WWE, and the wild, wild world of boxing, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.